Please keep your ears available for the rapping styles of
We got a deal. Woo! I'm so high.
Be black and dark and still beautiful.
Bleach my skin.
My family need to come up, cause we famous, so we
Donald Trump refers to as shithole country.
Fellas in books of obituary. You should be worried.
Another life claimed by the police? No.
My cousin's gay and my uncle's a pedophile, but guess which one brings the family more shame?
It gotta stop, cause I damn near scream in public.
You ever sink your head under that bathtub water, hold your breath in.
And you can keep your pennies, cause my thoughts are priceless.
When I say CC, you say P. CC. CC. When I say drop the, you say Mike. Drop the. Mike. Drop the. Mike. When I say I love, you say poetry. I love. Poetry. I love. Poetry. Give it up for drop the mic. Let's get it started.
What's up, CCP? How y'all feeling today? I am so happy to hear that. Welcome to Drop the Mic's 5th anniversary season. Please make some noise for our 5th anniversary season. We are also 3-time Emmy nominated, so we can get some love for that too, please, for being 3-time Emmy nominated. So my name is Dr. Michelle Myers. I'm an associate professor in the English department here at Community College of Philadelphia, and I will be your host for the afternoon. And we have 10 amazing student poets who will be coming to the stage and sharing their words. And I hope that you all will show them so much love and give them lots of energy back because they really need your support. And today, what we have are our fine panel of judges who will be determining who our top 5 poets will be from this afternoon, and they will move on to the final showcase. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our amazing panel of judges. So here at the end of the table, closest to the audience, we have Kevin Covington. Please put your hands together for Kevin. Kevin is a support coach in the Center for Male Engagement. And next to Kevin, we have Dr. Joan Bush. Please make some noise for Dr. Bush. She is Dean of Educational Support Services at CCP. And next to Dr. Bush, we have Alesha Dantzler. Please make some noise for Alesha. Alesha is a CCP grad, right? And yes, please give it up for being a CCP grad. And she is also a spoken word poet in the local Philadelphia poetry scene. And next to Alesha, we have DeForio Barlow. Please put your hands together for DeForio. He is a testing specialist in the assessment center here at CCP. So really quickly, there will be, this is the first round of the first audition show of this season of Drop the Mic, and each poet will come to the stage, and they have 3 minutes and 15 seconds to perform their poem. If they go over 3 minutes and 15 seconds, they will be deducted a half point for each second that they're over, okay? So you all ready to hear some poetry? Everybody say yeah? Yeah! So happy to hear that. Please keep that energy up. So on deck, we have Brutally Honest. And coming to the mic, we have Psychology. Please make some noise for Psychology.
Dealing with rhymes and poetry and lyrics, you know, people wonder what is the artist really thinking. And I want them to think of psychology.
Yeah. Makings within, behold the stories untold. Take control, standing energies woo me. Sounds like a water on boil from the stove. Loiter in my mind, time fly, damn. It's 15 till 5. All day I've been thinking of those fine parts where the daydream isn't confined. Lunch break, the avenue braced, traffic, beeping horns below the homes. How can I get those mathematics? Tick. Then the social space remained alone. Tea I sipped from the styrofoam. It was green, some lemon juice, a touch of sugar in the raw. Touching my nerves, never mind that, those curbs. Well, those by the next 100, dealing with that, I gotta be up on my vegetables. Exquisite position, so hexadecimal. Woo, it's placed on its peak. Timing doesn't stall. Nature called, sweet melodies by the trees. Anticipation called. My scarf, it blew in the breeze. Just me, a vision within photogenics. Off of a black and white film in the city, it was busy. Honey bees and the honey, yeah, that's how it seemed. Fashionable, so yeah, it'll work. Another wee evening on the shift after work. And prayer meeting entire. Dress code at a sight, the intellect flowed. I said, hello. Breakage of ice, it was nice. The energetic emotion, space glowed. Well sought, magnetic, agile, the best thought. Intertwined as one, the motion picture begun. It was a jewel sprouting, autumn leaves shouted, passed by vehicles, soundings of waves, announcing the portrait gaze of a love, a feeling so real, daily within this day, this date, this time of film, replayed every day, date, time of day, every single month, day, the date and time of day. Love.
Well, my performance, I felt it was very strong and really smooth. I felt like sipping some tea.
So Kevin, do you have some feedback for psychology?
I do. Good, really good performance. I like the use of the imagery. It's always tough to be the first poet, so I like the fact that you really embraced that role. I don't know how much you actually had control of that, but I like the performance. I would say the next time around, try to connect a little more with the audience instead of just like looking down, but just kind of being in that moment. But really good.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kevin. And Dr. Joan Bush?
Thank you. Love the imagery, as Kevin said. I could feel the breeze, I could see the leaves, I could feel the waves. Like you really connected me into that. Really good job.
I wanted people to understand that nature is love, and loving nature is everything.
I really enjoyed your voice, and I think that's really dope. I kind of felt like I was going on a journey with you, but like Kevin said, I wish I would have you opened up a little bit more, and I could have connected more with you. But outside of that, I enjoyed the poem, the imagery, and your voice is really great.
Thank you. And DeForio?
Like everybody else, I think the biggest thing for me is the connectivity to the audience. So you got to work on that. I thought what you had to say was good, but if we can't connect with you, then we really can't follow you.
They wanted me to connect with the audience a little bit more, and if they thought so, then hey, I just hope the audience felt me.
Please, one more time for psychology. So the poet on deck is Ronisha, and coming to the stage now, we have Brutally Honest. Please show your love for Brutally Honest.
Yes, I did spoken word before, but I never did never did it at school before. Hi, this poem is called Dipping. I'm a recovering addict, and this poem is just to let y'all know, right, that you never have to die from getting high. It's something we all do from time to time. Smoke too much weed and drink too much wine. All it really does is destroy your heart, body, and mind, but to some people it makes them feel fine. To some people, it's a must to smoke crack out of glass straight till they get that rush, or until they heart bust, or out of metal where you get blisters on your lips and burn fingertips. Just look at you now. Do you know that you're tripping? You're way beyond high, and now you're dipping. Dipping is a feeling you don't know you get. It's when you let the drugs take check. Suddenly they begin to take control over you, where you can't walk straight nor tie your shoe. Hey, homegirl, you know that you're tripping. You're way beyond high, and now you're dipping. You looking real crummy. She says, it's because I smoked that dust and lovely, swallow PCP, LSD, and sweet heroin and speed, and I always took with that same brother named Steve. You don't have to sell your body, baby, just think. You don't want to be bent over, barbaric from zinc from dead presidents from that wrinkled paper with that green ink. You doing bad dipping. You wouldn't even have no fear if they gave you a drug of your choice. You wouldn't even care. Look at your hair. Your clothes been dirty for 2 days. Come from you being on your knees and pulling out one leg. Look at your hair. If that's not the air you stink, I swear. Crack was originated to set you back. I was under attack, but I took my will back. Thanks to the God of my understanding, I stand tall. He didn't take it all. D is for the danger that you get into. I is for the illness that you go through. P is for pill that you take. Another P is for pressure to stay awake. I is for intelligent, no greed. N is for drugs you don't need. Doing drugs, you're not being fly. You're a disrespected woman and not a trustworthy guy. Sometimes you have to care about people when they don't care about themselves. Just ask yourself, the rest of your life you're going to chase a high. Everything I just told you wasn't a lie. I already did it for you. You don't have to try. I just don't want you to die trying to get high.
Give it up one more time for Brutally Honest.
I feel like I could have did better. I got real nervous.
Dr. Joan Bush, do you have any feedback for Brutally Honest?
Very powerful and very raw, obviously. You had some great moments. I think you were a little rushed, so I think you could slow it down. But you have a lot of courage to be up here talking about something that sensitive and that deep. Really powerful stuff.
Thank you. Alesha?
I feel like you had so much to say that you were going like really fast, and just take your time. We want to hear what you have to say, especially delivering such a powerful message. But just take your time. There's nothing wrong with just stopping, resetting, and starting over. We don't know what you're saying. You know it. It's your material. So give it to us. Give it to us where you're comfortable.
Thank you, Alesha. And DeForio?
I'm going to always say never let your nerve desert you. You let the nerves take the best of you. You just keep going, all right?
And Kevin?
Ditto everything that everybody said here, and I just want to also say thank you for allowing us to kind of step in and sharing that, because it's very, very personal. So, yeah, take your time on the poetry piece. Just take your time. Breathe. There's a lot of power in breath. But, yeah, thank you for allowing us in.
Thank you, judges. One more time for Brutally Honest.
I understand what they're saying, and I agree.
I used to try to bleach my skin.
I got a shot of a horse, eating hay like it's fish fillet. Okay, I say.
I come from which Donald Trump refers to as shithole countries. I'm its daughter.
Please wake up, human race. People are dying at a fast pace.
My daughter is gone, but thank the Lord she is not dead.
So the poet on deck is TJ Bash, and coming to the mic now we have Renisha. Please make some noise for Renisha.
It's season 5 of Drop the Mic, and I'm happy to be here. I come from a land of riches. I am royalty. I come from which Donald Trump refers to as shithole countries. I am its daughter. I come from a land of power. I am a warrior. I come from a land of rich colors. I am its canvas. I come from a land of enslavement. I'm its product. I come from a land of misconception. I'm its defender. My rich melanin shakes the earth on which we walk on. When I embrace my culture, it intimidates the ones who do not understand. People assume that we are just dirt roads and mud huts, but in all actuality, we are the ones who started this shit. See, the kinks and coils on which we wear are not just our hair, it is our crowns, shaped from the roots of my ancestors' grounds. Disappointment in my culture will never be found. See, my curves are shaped like the continent of Africa, and my intelligence, that flows coast to coast like the Nile River. They try to steal our culture, but they only took a sliver. The beat of my drums will make them quiver. A, ancestors, yes, they lived through me. F, freedom has yet to be granted. R, racism would never defeat my generation. I, immigrants are what we are in this country. And A, is accepting and acknowledging that I am Africa. I think my performance went good today, besides me being nervous and anxious before I got to the mic.
Alesha, do you have some feedback?
I really enjoyed the poem. I like that you presented these ideas and then just like further explained into them, and you actually gave time for it to sink in. And like, this is the idea, I'll let it sink in. And then you gave more insight into that. I really enjoyed that about the poem. And I think you made good eye connection with the audience as well.
Thank you. DeForio?
Why are you so nervous? You were really good, though. I thought you were really good.
Kevin?
Wow, that was it. No, you have really good stage presence. I would just say watch the pauses when using the phone, but really good. Like DeForio said, why are you so nervous? Like, we're nervous here, but you got this. You know your piece. Go ahead and own it, but really good.
Thank you. And Dr. Bush?
Yeah, I really like the contrasts, the things you were talking about, royalty, shithole. Like, I really loved that piece of it, and it flowed really well. It was a story, and you told it. Nice job.
Thank you, judges. Please, one more time for Renisha.
When I get to the next stage, I just be less nervous and like try to memorize my poem, more instead of looking down at my phone.
So the poet on deck is Maria, and coming to the stage now we have TJ Bash. Please show your love for TJ Bash.
Welcome to season 5 of Drop the Mic, where art imitates life. This is my first time. Thank you for allowing me to share this with all of you. My daughter's socks are neon vibrant hues of blues, pinks, oranges, and greens. But why is she not in them? And me wearing them, what does it mean? Well, it keeps me close to her in some way. And it prevents me from seeing a sea of angry red. My daughter is gone, but thank the Lord she is not dead. The streets have captured her. Such a talented, smart young lady with the world as her oyster. Unlimited opportunities for her to choose. Will she throw it all away because I was too controlling and strict? Even great moms who give their children everything cry a tear or two. What am I to do but pray and give her love from afar? Because I'm not welcome in the spaces and places you currently are. A row house here, a room there. These places instead of your room at home could never compare. The arguments about her snug clothing, her keyboard tied to the back, how long should we be going for the day? Suddenly, it's not of importance. It really does not even matter. So I wear her socks on days like today to get through the silence amongst the world's busy noises and chatter. My performance today was awesome. I enjoyed it with it being my first time.
DeForio, do you have some feedback?
Welcome to the struggle of parenthood. I completely understand. I just want you to not sound like you're reading so much, but I thought what you had to say was really, really good.
Thank you. Kevin.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good story. Painful. And I love the line that, even great moms, cry a tear or two, really kind of brought you in. And yeah, it's tough. And thank you for sharing this. And for your first time, it's really good. Really good.
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Bush?
Really moving. I think it's a story every parent and child go through. But you could feel the pain. It was really, really vivid. Excellent job.
And Alesha?
You have such a great stage presence for this to be your first time. So shout out to that. I love the intro of the socks. I think that was very creative. And I also like the content within the poem. I feel like it was very honest, and I can appreciate that. So for this to be your first time, thank you.
One more time for TJ Bash, everyone.
I think I want to increase my stage presence with the crowd and less nervousness, of course. Try to be less nervous.
So after our next poet performs, we're going to have our amazing feature poet, Evany Ferguson. And coming to the mic now, we have Maria. Please show some love for Maria.
Every day I shed tears out of my eyes while looking up at the sky, wishing I could go back in time and fix all the bridges I have burnt and all the lives I had destroyed. I'm sorry. At the time, I was going through too much. I didn't know what to do. I lost faith and I lost all hope. I could see at the time that everyone was against me and I felt attacked. I felt alone, scared. So I had no choice but to burn every bridge that I saw. I am so sorry. I did all these terrible things. Can you please forgive me?
My performance was great. To be my first time, it was I was nervous.
Kevin, do you have some feedback for Maria?
Yeah, it sounds like part of my life. I'm just reading out of my journal. No, I really, really appreciate it. I thought it was going to be a little longer, but that's fine. But even on short pieces, just make sure you take your time. You don't have to rush through them. Just kind of be in that moment.
Dr. Bush?
Yeah, I would second that. The idea, if you're looking at the audience, I think it would have a lot more powerful piece to it. Bridges burn. Once again, we all do that. I would like to hear the second pass after this to see what happens.
Alesha?
I agree with my fellow judges. I definitely, you have a lot of wordplay within there, and I think you had time to just slow it down sometimes and just deliver some of those lines more, and then just take your time.
And DeForio.
So don't forget about your audience. You can read it, but you can never forget about your audience, and don't rush through. All right, we really want to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, judges. Please, one more time for Maria.
I'm gonna memorize my poem more, like practice a lot more than I did.
And can we hear it for all of our poets that performed in the first half of our first audition show of the 5th anniversary season of Drop the Mic?
Welcome to season 5 of Drop the Mic, where art imitates life.
You don't like the way that your life is designed? Drop the mic, change your actions, or change your mind.
Come see the stars shine bright on season 5 of Drop the Mic.
I won't act, just be me. On a 1, 2 to the 3. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
So right now I'm going to be introducing our feature poet. Just to let the poets know, the poet on deck after our feature poet is Alesha Z. But coming to the stage now, I am just so proud to be able to introduce Evany Ferguson, who is the author of Urban Chronicles of the Ghetto, written to breathe life into the realities of urban society. Dedicated to her cousin, Shahid Zaire Jackson David, a young Philadelphia male who fell victim to the senseless violence all too familiar to inner city residents. It explores the inner voice of the impoverished youth, revealing their concerns about violence, murder, education, poverty, and promiscuity. She is also the creator of Flow With It, an open mic that has featured some amazing poetry artists such as Black Ice. She was a finalist on 3 seasons of CCP TV's Emmy-nominated spoken word poetry competition TV show, Drop the Mic. Yes. And she is currently working on her new book, Eve's Cloth, which will also be adapted into a play as well as 3 short films. I'm so proud and happy that she is here with us today. She's also a CCP grad. Can we please show some love for being a graduate of Community College of Philadelphia? I'm so proud to bring her to the stage. Please show your love, make lots of noise for Evany Ferguson.
The first poem I'm going to do is going to be a love poem. And as a Black woman, I feel bad when I do love poems, especially with everything going on in office right now with Trump. It's like I don't want to talk about anything else. But there's still room for love. October 17th, I will be married to my husband for 9 years. So I'm going to dedicate this to him. He said, his energy for me is so strong, he felt it coming through the phone. I said, it's so strong it drips from me. It surrounds the world and makes oceans and seas. It gives off oxygen to nurture the plants and the trees. See, naturally, he makes me Mother Nature. He gives me womanly instincts. Since the day I met this man, I've been about world peace. He gives me tranquility, love, and harmony. I have enough love that it could spread around the universe. He makes me appreciate the little things in life, like the beauty and the color of a brown bird, the same color of his eyes, or the calmness I find in the rain, the same comfort of his hugs, or the way the world goes around and around, same way my love circles him. He brings out a special part in me, a part of me that's patient, true, dedicated, a part of me that ain't never been touched, y'all. A part of me that ain't never been seen, see. She's a stranger to me, but not to him. She spins with happiness and joy when he's around, giving off a cool breeze to the world on a hot day. The world is one when he's in my life. And when I cry, don't worry, it's just tears of happiness that cleanse me as well as the world. When he really makes me happy, I plant beautiful, colorful flowers around me to give the world a burst of energy. I shouldn't tell him this, y'all, because he knows enough. As a matter of fact, he knows way too much. See, he's in touch with me. So just imagine how it feels when he touches me. That's when I light up the sky so bright, giving loud noises of thunder that echoes throughout the world, y'all. This is what he does to me. He makes me Mother Nature. But even more than that, y'all, he just makes me me. This next poem I'm going to read is a domestic violence piece. And when I first wrote it, it was also a response to 50 Shades of Grey until my teacher told me that the movie was just written really badly and that's not what it was supposed to be about. So now it's just a domestic violence poem, and I am a domestic violence survivor. White rose petals, drenched in blood, I give to you as a gift. Artifacts of our past reminds me of the coffin at night I lie in. Why lie to win? A fictitious dream I sell myself. Cuts, self-mutilation I offer you, ripping apart my own skin for you to indulge in. My body is an instrument, and I play it for you like a violin. Sounds of horror, and it's my body, my skin. Attraction is not always infatuation, but I'm stuck conning myself to believe it is. This is a dirty game of deceit that has defeated my mind. My mental state is that of a child. Too many adults telling children if a boy likes you, he pulls your hair and calls you ugly. Well, I guess you love me. Inflicted pain, my name is a constant reminder of you. The thieves' tower you put me in every night. Why? I have nothing left to give to you. But you say your torture chamber is my delight, sadistic words you hang me with. I know you enjoy the view of my dangling body hanging over you. You call me the weakest sex. Then why do you like to see me at my weakest? My body has become fragile and frail, and I am an empty hole that you hide in. Out of my breast, you suck everything I have left. What else could I do for you? A perfect bride, I wore all white and saved myself to be pure for you. A man who has soiled me with his hands. You were supposed to love me like Christ loved the church. Christ never abused the church. Today I take back my power. The same power you fear. I am chosen, birthing babies out of my uterus. I am chosen. Even if I never birth a child, I'll still breathe life to the air. I shall no longer be your slut, your whore, who you will abuse mentally. I have emerged from the concrete you mix for me. You shall not have my sanity. It belongs to me. This piece is sort of about racism, but more about colorism and shadism, and just like all the struggles that I had to go through being dark. And I wanted to write something for my daughter so she could be prepared for the things that she would have to go through, even though she didn't come out as dark as I thought she was. So at the end, I change it over and talk about lighter skin too, because you never know, as Black people, you don't know what's gonna happen. Our children could come out looking any color. To all my Black daughters, I want to teach you that you are the complexion of envy, gold and black to go with your golden history. I want to prepare you for hateful conversations and tell you to wrap your hair so everyone knows you're African goddess, you're beautiful, like Egyptian skies at night, like a tan Indian woman, like Snickers, Milky Ways, and Kit Kat bars, the color of pure things untainted. The taste of a sweet dark wine, but you don't age. I want to show you how to wear your dark skin like designer clothes. Your complexion is expensive in the sun. The sun is the golden elixir to keep you shining like night stars. And if anyone ever tells you anything different, I'm going to sit you at the table and I'm going to teach you how to write bars. I'm going to tell you how the world don't want us to be famous because we be the only shining stars. The darkness of our skin may just dim their lights. No one wants to admit how my Black skin is so bright. I'll give you lines so you can be prepared for the ignorant comments they will say about your beauty. She's pretty for a Black girl, or she's pretty for a dark girl. You will be an even darker version of Rudy. And to camouflage you from the hate, I'm gonna buy you Black rubies. See, colored people are beautiful like rainbows, and the color of our children no one may ever know. But no matter what your color is, never be upset though. Be sure to rock your skin proud and wear a fro. Light shades of dark skin, I'm in love with everything about you. If I had to change you, I would keep you the same. You're the complexion of sugar daddies, caramelized candy, the rise of the sunset, and you glimmer like golden nuggets. All shades of black have a story, and if we were the same, it would bore me. It's beautiful how we're diverse like different countries. You shine like a bright orange sun. Your shade of black is not better than mine, and my shade of black is not better than yours. You're beautiful like palm trees, black sand, and blue seas. Thank you.
In the meanwhile, for those that push others' backs up against the wall, expect them to start swinging.
Here's what you see. Way after this shot, I got a shot of a horse eating hay like it's fish fillet. Okay, I say.
My name is nothing less than a miracle because it saved my life, gave me peace of mind, and allowed me to see me for me.
Since a youngin', yeah, I've always had this dream. Nowadays, wanna ball with the team.
So now we're going to go back to our student poets and finish out the second half of the first round of the first audition show. So poet on deck is El Mekki. And coming to the mic right now, we have Alesha Z. Please make some noise for Alesha Z.
I started poetry at the age of 13 because that's when I first got diagnosed with a mental illness. I feel like I just want to be the voice for other people since I've been through it. This poem is entitled Disease on the Brain. I got disease on my brain that's making me insane. I'm not the only one suffering in this world of pain. Have you noticed the suicide rate has grown drastically high in society, or is it just me? People act so oblivious, like mental illness isn't a real disease as we know it to be. People just really want the blessings of liberty, which is freedom, and be set free. Run away like a slave from your own mind. What's overtaking what you can't handle? Damn it, please wake up, human race. People are dying at a fast pace. When are people actually going to take mental illness seriously? It's just as real as any other disease that makes you terminally ill. How many people is it going to take to keep seeing generations fade away? Like the age is dropping down like a roller coaster to a low depth of deception because this world is too much to grasp upon or even to deal or even to strive to heal. This disease on the brain can be draining. There's emotional pain that lies within. Mental health isn't just an industry and it's a sane asylum. It isn't just for entertainment or just for you to get paid. Take it serious, help us. This human race is all disintegrating because life is hard of what man has created. Let's come together and spread awareness of mental illness to make this human race understand and show a helping hand. This disease on the brain will no longer cause me emotional and physical pain. It will no longer control me, but push me to make a difference and be the voice that some people may not have. We are stronger than this, so let's make this mental illness stop with ourselves and change and say goodbye to the disease on the brain. We as a human race will devour you. Oh, this disease on the brain has burned to the ground. The ashes that remain will linger so it can keep being an inspiration to save the human race. Forever no more disease on the brain. I simply put you in your place. I felt really confident even though my anxiety was really high, but I really do like the message that I sent to other people.
I loved your message, and it's so true. So thank you for giving voice to it. And I could hear the pain and feel the struggle. I could hear the plea for help. So really powerful. Nice job.
Thank you. Alesha.
I have to be extra and just say like dope poem and dope name, as well as your content is I'm in the behavioral health field, so that definitely touched me because I feel like it's something that we need to bring more awareness to, and the fact that mental health is important and we need more people to talk about it. And you talked about it so well in that piece, so thank you.
Thank you. DeForio.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job in that. I think that it's important that people understand that people do suffer with mental health. People do not want to talk about it. And bringing that out, it could also help somebody today.
Thank you. And Kevin.
Yeah, I thought it was just a really, really good piece. Until this point, I never knew a PSA could actually be poetic, and you really, really connected. I would just say towards the end, you started to read a little more from the phone. as opposed to, but when you first started, you were like bam, 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 and there's really great connections. So just watch that, a great, great piece.
Thank you, judges. One more time for Alesha Z.
The judges, they really liked my piece. One of the judges, she said that she works in like behavioral health, so that was good for me to like talk about that, and it really kind of touched her.
The poet on deck is Sincere, and coming to the mic now we have El Mekki. Please put your hands together for El Mekki.
Yo, 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 yo. Do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. Do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. Creating this doc was like knocking on the door with a rock or a limb. Ask them, was this art created with heart? They'll say yes, this art was made in a smart way. Retard, star. If you start asking questions, it'll just say how far you'll go for an answer. No, this doc isn't about dances or prances. It's about life sciences, so be a chancer and open up your mind to this answer. Yes, to a degree it does answer life's questions, like this question, what's your main profession? It should be to be a doer of good. By not doing good, you can end up shot in the hood with a Smith & Wesson. So, do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. Do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. I try to do good all day, even if I'm filming, it's my way. Hey, treat them how you want to be treated. Dante, that's what I say every day. Hey, this foot is great. Here's what you see. Way after this shot, I got a shot of a horse. Eating, hey, like it's fish fillet. Okay, I say, like an ashtray. Knows the body decays from smoke. They know I shot today, and that's no joke. So, do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. Do good, do good, do good, do good, bro. So, now that that's over, I got a lot of lyrics for y'all, even if we still in October. I showed up here on Scepter, but not in the chauffeur. Coast to coaster, I still rhyme. Even in my dreams, I'm laying back, and it's all by design. Last night, I memorized a couple lyrics, but today I roll here, and I still hear it. 2 minutes on the clock, time still talks, and I still got rhyme as I'm in boondocks. Living the dream, so it seems. Got a lot of hatred on the west scene, but yeah, I mean, got my name here. What it is? El Mekki. And I ain't even here to talk about who's sexy. Don't text me unless it's about business, witness. All these lyrics you're hearing this, witness, and you know I'm sharing this. Basically a lot of lyrics to go in your ears. 2:25 still on the clock. 30 seconds left in the time TikToks. And you know I rhyme and you know we in boondocks. But this ain't no animation show. What we here to do? Grow, grow, grow.
El Mekki!
I really had a great time. The performance was phenomenal. To get on stage and to share something so powerful.
Alesha, you have some feedback.
I like your energy. I feel like I kind of got lost a little bit when you were freestyling. I think like the time, you had extra time, like you know you were doing a call and response. It's okay to get the audience involved in it. Like you had enough time, get the audience involved in it, and it would have like hyped up the energy of the performance too. But I enjoyed your energy, and I feel like you had stage presence. So it's nice to see somebody get up like, hey, like and make that connection. So.
Thank you, DeForio.
So I'm laughing at the fact that you were kicking your legs up so high. And I kind of felt like you could really be used at a pep rally and really motivate the kids a lot. So I really liked your energy. That's what's up.
Thank you. Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know. In 5 years, I've never heard hay and fish fillet put together. So I love that. I love that. Another CCP's finest coming through, coming back. So good to see you. Good piece, man.
Thank you. And Dr. Bush.
Yeah, what a great job. I love the tempo, I love the energy, and I love the countdown. It kept me on my toes. Nice job.
Thank you, judges. One more time for El Mekki.
Well, the audience was engaging. The judges said that I could basically engage the audience more because it was a call and response. So they were saying that that's something that I could do a little bit more. Besides that, they said it was a great performance.
So poet on deck is Corey B. And coming to the mic now, we have Sincere. Please put your hands together for Sincere.
At first, I didn't think it was right until my homeboys told me that my rhymes was tight, and then I went to CCP, and then I dropped the mic.
Representing Brooklyn, New York, my name is My name is something that cannot be defined by what those with tunnel vision choose to view. My name is defined by only the actions I take without fear of judgment, because I know my name has the artistic ability to give even the driest plot precipitation through the cloud of stories, sharing these scary sights described through the thundering of similes and metaphors that only those with the cerebral flexibility of knowing what their name carries can comprehend. It either has the strength of bodybuilders or the weakness of those barely nourishing their figures while breaking from leprosy. My name carries my mind to higher heights exceeding the atmosphere, giving me enough knowledge to create an image that even Ivy League degree holders would see as unwise as they look in any reflective surface, but is refused to be seen. All think of my name and immediately associated with judgment, because I'd rather flip birds with my hand being a frying pan, burning all opinions out of my path than try to mold what won't change. Yes, I welcome it. Use my name in vain until every individual artery overloads with anger, envious because I overcome what seems the most unusual with my art. For example, I just stretched an idiom into an entire stanza as a description of my name, even though I question why sometimes. At a point, my name was fragile because of the abuse that drowned it, but as it matured, it became the sponge absorbing everything thrown at it. My name thought of destroying the very temple that holds it because of all that follows the sentence after my name. You mean that bipolar gangbanger from Bed-Stuy who contributes to his own slums vandalism? First of all, I have my own outside opinions that differ from each other, and I'm not bipolar. I was thinking of popping all individual pellets my first apartment hid under her mattress I slept on. I never expected it until it crossed my mind. The foundation of my life was literally sleeping with death, and I was steadily questioning, is it me? The pressures of raising a 10-year-old when you yourself were built no less than 17 years before me? I'd rid my existence of this concrete I walk on with the same pills you try to do with. In addition, with my feet dangling off the edge of my ceiling, falling 4 stories below until my face meets the hot sands of hell. As I hear, why you always on that roof, child? Because I'm contemplating whether these next 2 steps forward would be beneficial for myself or your daughter, Grandma. Oh, and yes, I'm not a gangbanger. No one color defines me. I would rather represent red, yellow, and green, or green, black, and yellow, because I'm in love with the beauty that is my people, my skin, and my culture. Not one book has told me who I am as the king of self-righteousness. All I needed to do was view that invisible crown I have above my head, that we all have above our heads, with my third pupil, while I see the enemies who would keep carrying the phrase to protect and serve. You know, the subdivisions of the evils who gave us crack, the kin who follows the principles of whom let us christen American soil with whips on our backs, the same society who would spoon feed us toxins to think it's a crime just for being proud of being black, the same nation who would kill me for preaching the wisdom of Malcolm L. Hodge, L. Malik Shabazz. Lastly, I'm not a crook, a convict, nor a criminal, maybe a little bit of a vandal, how I bastardized the 50 stars and 13 stripes with the can of Montana gold, because even though I'm a Marcus Garvey Boulevard native, Fulton Street, yeah, I claim that west side of Africa or that east coast of Jamaica rather than any area of America. My name is rebellious, my name is enlightened, my name is majesty, my name is timeless, my name is expressive. My name is Brahim, Sincere, Rashid Talib, Marif Ayad, Jawad Mandela. But those Eurocentric whip crackers shortened it to Sincere and with his last name, Hargrove, because it was so hard for your French tongue to speak dialects of patois or West African Ashanti-toi. My name is nothing less than a miracle because it saved my life, gave me peace of mind, and allowed me to see me for me. I read my name as a reminder of my high status, and I say my name as a confirmation that it won't change. Yes, Sincere was born, and Sincere has balls, but Brahim has the wisdom that wrote the verse you just heeded. Thank you for actually helping me see my name.
I felt nervous about my performance. However, once I started reading and I started establishing myself as the poet that I want to be, I felt more comfortable on stage.
DeFore, you have some feedback?
Sincere, I think that it's important that we understand and know where we're from, and we understand what our name actually means. I think when you first started, I was like, what is he getting ready to say? I'm not sure he really is. And then once you got into it, it was really enlightening. I think that you got to pay attention to your time. You got to pay attention to your audience. All right, because you have a lot to say. Take some pauses. It was a lot to say, a lot of stuff for people to grab. So just remember that.
Thank you. Kevin.
DeFore just took all my notes. Yeah, definitely look up, man. Definitely. No, it's good, but definitely look up. If for nothing else, you definitely want to connect with the audience. It was a whole lot of substance there, but then also to keep mind of the clock too, just to make sure, because you don't want to be penalized for a great piece either. So, thanks.
Thank you. Dr. Bush?
I really like the way you made me question myself. within your own voice. So I think that's great. I think it makes us as a country and a global community question a lot of issues when it comes to race and how we define people. So thank you.
Thank you. And Alesha?
I think you have the poem. It's a dope poem. It's a great poem. Like your performance, though, like I would have connected more with the poem. You were saying so much line after line after line. I'm over here snapping like, yeah. I just wish I would have connected more to the performance, actually being able to share those moments with you when you are telling me who you are, so I can see you. Like I get that to share that moment like now. So like I really enjoyed the poem, though. Like it's a great poem. Just watch the time and then work on the performance. Everybody need to hear that.
Thank you, judges. One more time for Sincere.
The judges actually like they like my poem, but they did give me constructive criticism on my performance, mainly because I was so nervous. It was my first time on stage. I didn't want to mess up, so I just pretty much kept my head in my phone.
So, poet on deck is Ills Wills, and coming to the mic now we have Corey B. Please make some noise for Corey B.
This is called Dream. It's more like a song. Here it goes. Since a young'un, yeah, I've always had this dream. Nowadays, wanna ball with the team. I was getting paper ever since a teen. Eyes were low, I just blame it on the green. This feels like a dream. Maybe down Miami and we smoking gasoline. Whipping that exclusive, it's that shit you never seen. Yeah, someday I'ma take a limousine. Yeah, I really got the keys, all these fools really scheme. I hope you know what I mean. Yeah, you'll see me on the big screen. Yeah, I really want this cheese. Yeah, you better know me. Girl, just come over, please. Stop acting like a tease. Since a young'un, yeah, I've always had this dream. Nowadays, wanna ball with the team. I was getting paper ever since a teen. Eyes were low, I just blame it on the green. Mommy left as a young boy, she was running like McCoy. I was playing with them toys, outside with my boy. Sorry, Dad, if I made you mad. Sorry, Dad, if I was being bad. Sorry, Dad, if I made you sad. Do you really understand? Since a young'un, yeah, I've always had this dream. Nowadays, wanna ball with the team. I was getting paper ever since a teen. Eyes were low, I just blame it on the green.
I think I did pretty well. I just need to take more pauses and just be more confident and less nervous and try and memorize it more next time.
Kevin, do you have some feedback for Corey?
Hey, I always lose count of who's ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good. No, you're good. No, I really like the flow. I think it's really, really unique to kind of come up and kind of share that in the song form, and was able to kind of go through some things. It's like almost a common theme. There's someone, another poet talking about regretting and apologizing for stuff in the past, but then trying to move on from that. So I thought it was really good, really clever.
Thank you. Dr. Bush?
Yeah, I love the rhythm. It got me. I was almost moving here in my seat. Really good, really well done.
Thank you. Alesha?
As a hip hop fan, I could rock with you. I enjoyed it. Just remember, sometimes when you're delivering your material, you might not have your music. Just remember to like hear it and take those breaths that you need to take so we can hear it the way you hear it. That way, as it's coming out the way you want it to come out. I was rocking with you because, you had the little melody to flow, but just make sure your lines are getting across and you take those pauses and those breaths so you can still deliver it to us.
Thank you. And DeForio?
Yeah, I don't want anybody to get lost in the rhythm and really pay more attention to what you have to say.
Thank you, judges. One more time for Corey B.
I think next time, if I get to the next part, I'm gonna practice more and look in the mirror at my house and just like feel it more and be more confident.
So closing out round one of the first audition show of the 5th season of Drop the Mic is Ills Wills. Please make some noise for Ills Wills.
I started poetry in CCP with the Center of Male Engagement group. Drop the Mic was actually my first time ever really performing on stage and everything at CCP.
I used to try to bleach my skin. And I had a nerve to stop eating fish because of the Fukushima and mercury. But if I don't stop using these creams, this cancer will end up murking me. But you don't know how good on earth it felt to me. With that ambi, feeling like I can be whatever I wanted to be as soon as I stopped being me. Oh, maybe the people will stop being mean. No, they don't do it intentionally. Oh, chocolate me. I'm the only person of my complexion that you're attracted to. And you said this to compliment me, but it just contradicts with the subconscious in me because I just want to be good. Because, God damn it, I'm good. Not because I'm from the hood and I rised up, or I'm from the suburbs and I'm not stuck up. Listen, I realize that inside and out, life is, what's up? But it's only what you make it, and you only live once. And it's all of these other sayings, but pretty much just look within yourself. So if you don't like the way that your life is designed, then change your actions and or change your mind. Just complaining is a waste of time. CCP, what is the point of chasing happiness? It's not going to happen if you are not happy. In the meanwhile, for those that push others' backs up against the wall, expect them to start swinging. And if you're backed up against the wall, you'll stay there if all you're doing is singing and praying. See, when I'm backed up against the wall, I know I won't be there for long, so it's no reason to, even say it. But when I'm backed up against the wall, I start thinking of other options. And if it's not, then I start swinging. So be careful of what you believe, because it could be a lie. You could be living wrong thinking that it's right, knowing something in your heart isn't the same as knowing something in your mind. You don't need to know spelling and statistics to know when something's wicked. Lots of times people try to use suspicion to throw you off balance. But stand tall on your pivot. In school, you get a lesson and then a test. And if you pass, you ascend to the next session. But in life, you get tested. And depending on your decisions and different perspectives, you may receive a different lesson. But share your lesson. And to whomever accepts it, may they receive a blessing. Yisu means being connected. You know what I mean? In the meanwhile.
Today was lovely because I could actually feel everybody's energy that was next to me for the cafe effect thing. Like, that was really lovely. And then I had a lot more people come to see me as well. So a lot of my nephews and my son is here.
Dr. Bush, you have some feedback?
Wow. Really nicely done. Great message. Eye contact, bringing the audience in was excellent, and your pace was perfect.
Thank you. Alesha.
So, I always like when you perform, because I always feel like you get like a bunch of short poems in one, and then there's like a overall message. It's connected, but you always get all these short poems in one, and then there's just this great full poem. So I really enjoy watching you perform, and your stage presence is always on point. So thank you.
DeForio.
Always, 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 always very entertaining, always very good, always the great storyteller. Clearly you do that at home because your children were completely silent on your performance. So shout out to that.
And Kevin.
Yeah, I just kind of put down here, like, you checked all the boxes: stage performance, connecting with the audience, great piece. So really good, man.
Thank you. Make some noise one more time for Ill's Will.
The judges said good eye contact and good stage presence. The judges said that they enjoyed my poem.
And can we also hear it for all of our student poets who performed in the first round of the first audition show of the 5th anniversary of Drop the Mic? So we're actually doing something new this year. You all, as audience members, get to vote. Please vote for your favorite poet, and then I think you're going to be passing it down to the end of the row, and someone is going to collect them, and then they will be taken to the judges. Okay, so you get to have a say this season. So while you guys are voting for who your favorite poet is, we're actually going to have our amazing feature poet, Evany, come back up on stage, and she's going to share a piece with you. So please put your hands together one more time for Evany Ferguson.
Hi, everybody. This piece right here, you guys got to bear with me. I'm actually reading a piece that's incomplete. One of the reasons why it's incomplete is because it's not a popular piece. I feel like I might rub black people the wrong way, and then I might rub white people the wrong way. So it's not a piece that I have gotten a lot of help with, but I'm going to see how it works. So bear with me if I stutter anything, because I literally haven't finished it. And before I do the piece, I just wanted to give you a little bit of history about it. When I was young, I used to do a lot of like feminism marches and stuff like that. And they say there's no part of feminism for the black woman. So people are like, why are you doing this? Like, are you crazy? So this is my response. They say feminism doesn't belong to me, and they're right. Do they think I'm blind to the white women who really could care less about me? They just care about the fact that I'm moving for their movement. They remiss my well-written proposals to work on white America. Or every time I bring up my people, they want to talk about minorities to let me know they have the same problem, as if I have to be ashamed to talk about African Americans, but they could talk about white America daily. Or do they believe when I come to these movements, my ancestors disappear? Do they believe that my skin bleaches out and turns white? It never does. I'm too black for bleach. It wouldn't work for me. Besides, my color is embedded in my soul, pour out amongst a million years, liquefying and replenishing the earth. My color never goes anywhere. I could never put it down. If I could, I would teach our sons to when they get stopped by the police, even though feminism may not belong to me. The origins of it was not even made with me in mind. I still support the movement. And I hope you don't think it makes me lose my black power, but if you do, farewell. I'm still magical. I'm still anointed. I don't cast spells, but my prayers still reach heaven. My fro still have so many naps it can make a comb fly. I still live through 5 gun drive-bys, and I support a movement that doesn't always support me. Because when I don't, I see a child being violated and me turning a blind eye because her skin tone is lighter than my child's. I see a dead woman, a dead white woman who was most likely murdered by or for her husband, and me not caring because he's black, powerful, and famous. And then him writing a book bragging if I did it. Did people really not see it coming? I could feel the injustice even though I was a young child. I remember vividly having so many questions from my mother. Mommy, why are we so happy the gloves didn't fit? This story makes no sense. Mommy, something is wrong. Mommy, do you hear all the evidence? Why is there so much joy in the room? This woman just lost her life. Mommy, is this a good day? Because white privilege is getting paid back by the black powerful man who won't even date a black woman, who doesn't even like black culture. Are we sure this isn't just a trick from a man sacrificing a woman to a man who is as cruel as him? Do you not see the foolery? Uncle Tom paying us back in blood like it hasn't been enough bloodshed? Who really want this reparation, Mommy? Do you? But if I could talk to feminism, if it was a person, I'd say, you are imperfect in so many ways. You lay down my concerns right in my face, but I'm hoping that we could change and join forces and hold hands because I care about your daughters. Why don't you care about mine?
One more time for Evany Ferguson. So thank you all so much. Please give it up one more time for all of our student poets who competed in the first round of the first audition show of the 5th season of Drop the Mic. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming to the first round of the first audition show of Drop the Mic here at Community College of Philadelphia. Please come back for the second round. We hope to see you. Have a great afternoon.
If I get to the next part, I'm gonna practice more.
Be less nervous.
Increase my stage presence.
I'm gonna memorize my poem more.
Try to memorize my poems next time.
Drop the mic, drop the mic, tuning into what? Drop the mic, what we tuning into what? Drop the mic,